Hello everybody and welcome to today's Section 5 matchup between the Hornell Red Raiders and the Waco Eagles. Bob Plaisher along with you here in Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Hornell comes in at 2-1, Waco 0-1. On the mound, Andrew Carson for Hornell. At the plate, Jamie Carmen, sophomore. Carmen looks at ball one. Low and in the dirt, ball two. Air strike one, 2-1 to Carmen. Three and one, so Carson behind here. There's a shot. Justin D'Amato's got it. Second baseman over to O'Rourke, one down. So beautiful play. D'Amato to O'Rourke. J.J. Smith at bat for the Eagles. Swings through that one, 1-1. And a beautiful warm day here in the Maple City. The wind out of the east. Spring will be here in about a month. And low and in the dirt, 2-1. Old Hornell coach Lenny Caruso. It's J.J. Smith looks at 3-1. There's a pop fly. It's going to be out of play, just out of play. As O'Rourke tries to track it down, no good. Not fast enough to run that. Needs about 3.0 speed there. O'Rourke. There's a shot up the middle. Base hit. J.J. Smith gets the game's first base runner. Now up number 12, Connor Englert. Connor, a junior. Looking to lay down a bunt here, pulls back. And stolen base that time by Smith. Ball makes its way into the outfield. The catcher for Hornell is Zach Thurston. It's a good base running that time by Smith. Looks at ball number 2, 2-0. Good stop by Thurston that time. As Andrew Carson has fallen behind here 3-0. And looks at ball four, so 4 straight pitches. It's going to put men on second and third. Still 1 out here. Top of the first, Thurston's going to run out and talk to Carson. Can welcome those watching on Facebook Live. I'm Bob Pleischer. Maple City Park still 0-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Game number 4 here for Hornell. Hornell is 2-1. Runners first and second. Smith at second, J.J. Smith and Connor Engler at first. 1 out. There's a strike. There's strike 2, so sometimes that walk out to the mound, whether it be the coach or the catcher. At times Zach Thurston went out and settled Carson down a little bit. Shown 2 straight strikes, so perfect strikeout that time. 3 straight strikes is gonna keep runners on second and first with 2 outs this time. And the batter this time is Kevin Ebert. He's a junior. Low and in the dirt. It's going to advance the runners. As that time, Thurston couldn't keep it in front of him as the ball trickled off to the near side. So Ebert looking at ball runners at second and third. Swings through that one. 1-1. A little high, 2-1. Pop up, pop fly. It's gonna even the count up at 2-2. A little high, full count.
Keep it up. You gotta protect, Kev. You're protected. Contact. Short to the ball. You're all right, Connor.
Swings through that one, strike 3. So an up and down inning for Carson. No damage done. Runners left on second and third. No score after top of the first inning, 0-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Today's game is brought to you by Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys, committed to serving you with offices in Buffalo and Rochester. Proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders, Connors and Ferris. Maple City Dodge, check out the 2018s on the lot at Maple City Dodge. Great sales, great service. Maple City Dodge. Howard Hanna, Rhonda Wilsey, call 382-4539. You're looking for a new home? Looking to sell your home? Call Rhonda Wilsey today at Howard Hanna or stop at their office at the Landman Building across from Hornell City Hall. Of course, John N. Dagan, general and trial practice, serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690. Main Street Redemption Center, open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, Saturday and Sunday. Get in there in 286 Main Street Redemption Center. Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Call 324-7333. Offices in the Crossroads Professional Building across from the Burger King there. And Wyand Chiropractic Associates, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Dr. John Wyand, Dr. Joseph McKay, Wyand Chiropractic Associates. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wyand Chiropractic. Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union, protection for you for over 50 years. Great place to save, a great place to borrow. Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union, 80 Erie Avenue in Hornell. And airtightofnewyork.com, spray foam insulation, new and old construction, commercial, attics, residential, you know it, you name it. Log on to airtightofnewyork.com. Getting 0-0. Getting ready to send us to the bottom of the second inning. On the mound is Ethan Treschler. He's a sophomore pitcher for Waco. Bottom of the first inning. As the wind, you can hear it. Beautiful day here. Thank for those watching on Facebook Live. Here you see jogging in front of the camera is Patrick McHale, one of the assistant coaches here for Hornell.
Red Raiders, number 22, Matt Oyer.
Matt Oyer at the plate for Hornell. Hornell comes in batting as a team 250. First one's popped onto the roof. Matt Oyer, hottest batter in the lineup. Of course, he's leading off. He bats .429. One and one. Nice pitch that time. But Treschler swings through that one. 1 and 2. Oh, and a little outside. Low and outside that time. 2 and 2. And there's a shot. And nice put out in the outfield. It's number 14, Aiden Cotter. So good job, Aiden. And Andrew Carson comes to the plate with 1 out. Carson batting .400. High and outside that time. Carson pops one up. Oh, and I expected it to be more in the center field, but another put out that time by Aiden Cotter. So good job by Aiden calling the other ones off, but the way it looked from my angle, of course I have kind of a bad angle where we're filming this from, but looked like it was more to center field than it was to right. Luke Smith batting .273 at the plate for Hornell. There's a shot up the middle. Actually more to left field that time as base hit by Luke Smith. Spencer Wyand at the plate now for the Raiders. As the throw over to Luke Smith almost caught him napping. First base. Popped foul. So 1-1 to Wyand. Ethan Trishler, the pitcher. Spencer Wyand asked for time. Good eye by Wyand. 3-1. Luke Smith on first for Hornell. 2 outs here. Bottom of the first. There's a hit right to the second baseman. Beautiful job. That's second baseman number 11, J.J. Smith. So good job, as it's going to take us to the end of one. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, Peisch TV will be back. Facebook, stay with us live. Town Choice, Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, 117 Main Street in Hornell, 697-3629. A household name, Remax, Hometown Choice. Mike Palmer, Air Conditioning, Plumbing and Heating, Coal Services, State Route 36 in Canisteel, call 698-4444. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating. And Hornell Gardens, a Herbert Care Community since 1970. Long-term care facility, short-term rehab. Hornell Gardens. We'll all be there eventually. First Heritage Federal Credit Union coming to Hornell in spring of this year. Right across from the tennis courts at Hornell High School. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. First pitch by Carson is good. Nick Zastrani, say his last name right. He played basketball. Zastarny, so we get some help. He played basketball. Yeah, forget the W. Zastarny, he played basketball for the Eagles as well this year. Looks first pitch, strike one. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Low, 3 balls and strike. On the mound, Andrew Carson. There's strike 2. Full count. And there's strike 3 is Carson. gets the first out as Zestarny heads back to the dugout. Now at the plate, number 2, Ethan Trischler. As the wind is now coming from the west right in our faces here. And there's a shot to the outfield. Spencer Wyand looks like to get under it. And beautiful job by Spencer Wyand. Just kind of easily jogged out there, measured things up, and an easy out for Wyand. So 2 down for Carson. To the plate, number 15, Cameron Huber. Looks at strike 1. One and one. There's strike 2, good pitch, fastball. 88-mile-an-hour fastball by Carson. 78. Correction. And there's strike 3 is Carson. Able to put him down. 1, 2, 3. That's going to take us to the mid-second. Midway through the second, we'll be back. So bottom of the second, Zach Thurston up for Hornell. So we're now looking for their second base runner of this evening here. High and outside. Time low and inside. 2-0 to Carson. Or Thurston. Yeah, I said my spotter here says I got the wrong name, and I did. I apologize. Zach Thurston, the catcher. It's cold out here. Brain freeze. Oh, and Thurston swings through that one. 2-1. Thurston's batting .250. Foul tip. 2-2. Again, J.J. Smith pitching, or not J.J. Smith, I'm sorry, Ethan Trischler pitching for Whalen Cohocton. Full count to Thurston. There's a shot, oh, just out of the reach. Tracked down by the shortstop. So he throws out Thurston, good job. That's number 12, Connor Englert. So 1 down. Zach Miles to the plate. Only a sophomore. Swings through that one. 1-1. Gets away. Is that considered a wild pitch or pass ball? Pass ball because it touches the pitcher. Okay. Or catcher. Yep. That's what I always figured. I just want to get it from the professional here. Lenny Caruso standing next to me. Three and one. Even the pigeons are having a hard time flying here. This wind. So Miles works his way into a walk. Taylor Stutzman to the plate. Left-hand batter. First pitch of ball to Stutzman. Miles able to steal second. Stutzman. Nice catch by the second baseman. Beautiful job. So beautiful job that time by J.J. Smith. Advances the run to third. Justin D'Amato to the plate.
Way to pinch, guys. Way to work out there.
He's been here all year, yeah. D'Amato reaches out for one. And right to the center fielder for the out. So he's made good contact all year long, but unable to bring that one home. After two, still 0-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Top of the third. Andrew Carson still on the mound for Hornell. Andrew Holbrook sends one back to the tin. 1-1. Low. Outside, 2-1. There's a shot. It's gonna be a little. Ball's gonna get into the Just off the dirt as Andrew Holbrook will be safe. Tracked down that time by D'Amato, unable to get his glove underneath it. So runner on first. Jamie Carmen. So Andrew Holbrook steals another one. So nobody out, runner on second. Jamie Carmen lays down a bunt. Plays over to first. It's going to advance the runner. It's Holbrook's to third. Ooh, inside. Just catches the plate. Oh, and 2 to J.J. Smith.
Hey, you still guarding right?
Here's strike 3. Good pitch. So 2 out. Don't forget, Friday we'll be traveling to Livonia as Hornell takes on the Bulldogs live from Livonia High School on Peisch Sports Live. Again, that's Friday night right here on Facebook Live. Two and 0.
Find a gap. Come on, bub. You like it, man. You gotta be in a certain area. Zone it.
What? That was only 3 balls. Oh, intentionally walk. Okay. Forgot you could do that in high school now. Could you? You couldn't do it back in your day, could you? No. Oh, toward the end. I don't like it in this situation because if we pass ball or something, the runner, that's why they do it. And that time Connor Engler steals second, so a runner on second and third now with 2 outs. There's strike 1. Good pitch, John Freeberg at the plate for Waco. There's a pop fly. And Spencer Wine tracks it down.
Gotta go get it, Spencer!
So beautiful job, Spencer Wyand. Prevents any score. So after 2.5, still 0-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Today's game is brought to you by First Heritage Federal Credit Union, coming to Hornell spring of this year, across from the tennis courts in Hornell. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you with offices in Buffalo and Rochester, proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders. Connors and Ferris. Maple City Dodge, check out the deals they have on the 2017s left over at Maple City Dodge. Check out the 2018s. Great sales, great service, Maple City Dodge. Howard Hanna, Rhonda Wilsey, call 382-4539. A great combination in the Landman Building in Hornell. Rhonda Wilsey, Howard Hanna. And John N. Dagan, General and Trial Practice, serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690. John N. Dagan. Bottom of the third, still 0-0. Connor O'Rourke. So O'Rourke steps up to the plate. There's a base hit. Center field for O'Rourke. So one pitch. Takes first base, O'Rourke. There's a throw over to keep O'Rourke at first. What? Why? I was trying to figure out what happened there. O'Rourke had to wait a little bit because he thought it might have been caught by the pitcher on that bunt, and didn't get over to. So he came off the plate or bat or the second base bag. Andrew Carson. So just like that, 2 outs. So Hornell was going to be in a good opportunity there. Man on second, 1 out. 1-1 to Carson. Outside, 2-1. Andrew's father, Steve, played on the 1991 sectional team that lost. Who'd you play? I lost to Batavia. That's right. I've got that video. Yeah. Yep, 2-1 was the score. That's right. Two and 2 to count. There's strike 3, so good job that time. Ethan Trishler gets out of the jam. So after 3, still 0-0 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Today's game is brought to you by Get your cans and bottles into Main Street Redemption Center. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, Saturday and Sunday, 286 Main Street in Hornell. Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Call 324-7333. Tim Roselle, Bill Poulos. Offices in the Crossroad Professional Building, Poulos and Roselle. Wyan Chiropractic Associates, Dr. John Wyan, Dr. Joseph McKay. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wyan Chiropractic, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. And by Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union, protection for you for over 50 years. Great place to save, a great place to borrow. 80 Erie Avenue in Hornell. Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union. And airtightofnewyork.com, spray foam insulation, commercial, residential, new and old construction. Call 368-2842, airtightofnewyork.com. And Remax Hometown Choice, 117 Main Street in Hornell. Martha Marino, Reggie Gambino, a house sold name, 697-3629. And Mike Palmer Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning, Coal Services, State Route 36 in Canisteo, 698-4444. Top of the fourth. That's a lot of fours. Andrew Carson still on the mound for Hornell. As the team gets together and telling each other what they're going to do after the game tonight on the mound. Wishing Carson good luck. I don't know. What do they say out there, Lenny? Yeah. He always has to remember he's got 8 other defensemen on the field there with him. Oh, at the bat, number 17, Kevin Ebert. Looks at strike one. Low and outside, ball 2. Or ball 1, I'm sorry, 1-1. I want to just keep racking up the strikes here. Get us out of here. This cold weather till Friday when it's supposed to be 70. That one in the dirt. Good stop by Thurston. There's a nice play. Zach Miles playing third base for Hornell. Good job, Zach. Way to get his body and glove in front of that one. Zastarny at the plate for Waco. There's a pop fly. D'Amato's under it. Good catch by D'Amato. 2 outs. Like we mentioned before, that number 7, second baseman, is his pilot's license. Did you know that? Yeah, he just took his solo last weekend. Justin D'Amato. It's Rich Scavo's nephew. Well, it's a lot of money to do that, you're right, and it's thousands of dollars. So 2-0 to the pitcher, Ethan Tressler. 2-1, good pitch that time by Carson. It's actually supposed to warm up a little bit tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be a high 50s, low 60s tomorrow, and then into the 70s on Friday and Saturday. You'll be getting the golf clubs out and nice pitch that time by Carson. Full count, 3-2. If there were runners on base, they'd be in motion. Strike three. Another great pitch by Andrew Carson. He's settling in nicely here. It's going to take us to the bottom of the fourth. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable, we'll be back after this. Stay with us if you're on Facebook Live. Okay, Luke Smith. As we get a close-up of Pat McHale jogging out to the first base here. So 36 pitches so far. Trishler. Ball one. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's a pop out of play.
I have a grandson. Oh, I've done it for. I've been here since. I've been here for high school since '95. I do. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, my sons used to play. They were very shady. They always stayed.
So nice pitch that time.
Coach's first base. So yeah, I've been doing it since then.
Foul tip. They might not have been able to see it, but they could always hear you, Lenny.
Oh,
yeah. Nobody could forget you. You really cared. That's what I said the other day. I said I was zooming into your plaque over there, and I go, it's perfectly placed, or the trash bucket's perfectly placed underneath there, so when it falls, it has a nice, safe place to land. Don't they ever roll the field? Are they supposed to? Jeez, it's a mess. I mean, this is horrible out here. I walked out there, I almost twisted my ankle. There's a shot. Luke Smith. Nice patient hitting that time by Smith. And Spencer Wyand. So Hornell, leadoff runner aboard with Spencer Wyand. Right fielder.
Yeah, my grandson's the catcher. What he's done, it's been a lot of years. He also organized concessions.
There's a base hit.
There's a base hit. Go! Go! Go to third! Go to third! Go!
It's Wyand. That's where the center fielder should hit the cutoff man. He knew he was going to lose Luke Smith the third, and he would have kept Spencer Wyand at first that time. Saw that last night in the Mets game. Miami, the same thing. They didn't even look at the cutoff man, and you lose a guy to second base doing that. So now two guys in scoring position. Yeah. So runners at second and third. Spencer Wyand advances on a misplayed ball by the center fielder. Zach Thurston looks at ball one. So Hornell's first real threat of this ball game, for Hornell anyways. Wayland-Cohocton had men on second and third earlier in the second. Oh, and Thurston gets hit, and that's going to load the bases. You could hear that one over here. Yep, take one for the team. That's where the term came from. Taking one for the team. It's going to load things up now. Warrants a trip. Head coach to the mound. Years ago, pitchers used to hate when they saw Lenny Caruso trot into the mound. So bases loaded here. And nobody out. Strike one.
Right, Zach, keep that head right in there now, kid. Let's go.
There's a shot. That's going to clear the bases. As Miles. A triple, base clearing triple. So Hornell.
Bring him up now. Now we'll bring him up. Hey, be worried about Tanner. Cam. Hey, well, now we're coming to him. Now we're ready.
So Taylor Stutzman. Pop fly or pop up foul. Still nobody out. 3 runs home here at the bottom of the 4th. So 1-1 to Stutzman. There's a strike, 2-2.
Come on, Sunskin. Come on now. South Caribbean here. Let's go, kid.
Oh, and Stutzman swings through that one. It's going to bring a run home, and Stutzman easily down to first base. That's one of those ones where he lost control of it, but it was right next to him, and he still couldn't see it, thinking it was going to be further away from him. So that makes the score 4-0. Still nobody out. Runner on first.
Your way, Jamie.
Stutzman back at first. D'Amato. He's down a good bunt. Good job by Justin D'Amato. Picture perfect bunt that time. Going to bring Connor O'Rourke, first baseman, to the plate.
Here we go. Hey, check, get it out. Come on, Connor, kid, let's go. Come on, CO. Come on, Bean.
I didn't show it, but Stutzman slipped as he tried to get back to second. He kind of crawled back with the no throw. There's a strike. O'Rourke. He hurt himself. That's not good when he's grabbing his elbow. Yeah, coldness doesn't help. I remember though in Babe Ruth, watching Babe Ruth here one time, and Scott Pryor broke his elbow throwing pitching. Remember that? Years ago, back in like 82, 83 or 84. Nobody warming up for Waco. Gonna send Trevor Milliman out, senior. I hope Trishler's all right. So one out here. You know, you're filming at Yankee Stadium. In the outfield, you got the, forget what number train that is going by. Beautiful scenery. Here we got Route 36. The 7 train goes by City Field, doesn't it? Yeah, 7 train goes to City Field, or Mets. Here we got Route 36. Beautiful cars going by. Ed's Street. Look at, there's a Jeep. Let's see if we can zoom in. People didn't realize they're alive around the world. You got birds in the, looking for some carcasses. All right, let's see if I can zoom into those birds up there. Where are they? Can't even see them in that. Turkey buzzards. So let's return back to action. Andrew Carson, or Connor O'Rourke at the plate. Looking at a 1-1, 1 out. How about those New York Mets? Thousands of fans fleeing the Yankees to become Mets fans now. How about you, Lenny? No. Did you watch last night's game? Was it 14-1? Mets just keep finding ways to win. There's a nice play. All by himself that time. Cameron Huber. 2 outs. It's going to advance the runner. So 4-0 Hornell here. 4 runs home, bottom of the 4th inning. 3 of them on one swing of the bat by Zach Miles. That's it. Adds to his 7th RBI of the season. Hornell averaging 10 runs a game coming into this one. It helps when you score 21 runs in your first game. There's a nice pitch. That one's going to get away. And great running that time by Taylor Stutzman. Another pass ball. It's one thing you see a lot of in high school baseball, though. A lot of pass balls and wild pitches. It's, so far this year we have, anyways. That first game against Bolivar Richburg, I couldn't even keep count. So 3-1. Oh, and it gets through, and it's going to be out of play. We had to advance to second. Number 22, Matt Oyer. That's got to be an oh boy when someone throws a ball at you and you know it's going to hit the dirt. That's got to be the worst feeling in the world as a first baseman. As we have some gear problems here, catcher.
Come on now.
So Andrew Carson looks at strike one.
Way to work out there, one.
Gets away. Advance the runner. Matt Oyer to third. Hornell 5 runs home here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, live on Facebook. This is Varsity action. Hornell and Waco. Hornell comes in at 2-1. Waco 0-1. Another one hits the metal roof here, covering Maple City Park. Take a shot of it. Carson swings through that one, so that's it. So 5 runs make their way home as Hornell takes the lead 5-0 after the end of 4.
All the advances
too. It's nice to see you again.
Howard Hanna, Rhonda Wilsey, 382-4539, looking to purchase a new home or property. Call Rhonda Wilsey today. John and Dagan, general and travel practice. Call 324-6690. John and Dagan. Okay, top of the 5th. Connor Huber at the plate for Waco. Takes ball 1. Andrew Carson still on the mound. Here's a pop-up. Thurston's under it. Oh, and it didn't. Thought it was more. So 1-1. 2-1 to Huber. Huber. I always wondered, Huber or Huber? 2-1. Or 3-1 to Huber. Full count. So Huber works his way to first base.
Hey, let's see his lead. Good lead. Hey, let's see his move. Come on, Cam.
Andrew Holbrook. Nobody out here, top of the 5th.
See that move. Make him show see that move. You're all right. You're all right, Cam.
Foul ball.
Good hat. Good away. Hey, if you like to hit a rope, man. Come on, let's go, 6-0. Come on, why are you going? Back. Hey, way to be on your toes. Let's go, Andy. What's going on, kid? You're all right. Andrew.
Oh, he got him. Beautiful job. I didn't see the. Well, 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's strike 3. So beautiful job that time by Thurston, able to throw out the runner. Carson finding his zone here. Former standout Bob Bumgarden is joining us here on Facebook Live. Hello. Welcome. Cold and windy day here at Maple City Park. So Carson. Andrew Carson pitching for Hornell. Jamie Carmen at the plate for the Eagles. shot. Nice play. Zach Miles at third. So 1, 2, 3, they go down. And it wasn't 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, they did have a base runner. So 5-0 after 4.5. Main Street Redemption Center. Get your cans and bottles in the Main Street Redemption Center, 286 Main Street in Hornell. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 Saturday and Sunday. Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Call 324-7333. Poulos and Roselle. And Wyant Chiropractic, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Get well and stay well with a visit to Dr. John Wyant, Dr. Joseph McKay at Wyant Chiropractic. Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union, a great place to save, a great place to borrow. 80 Erie Avenue in Hornell. 50 years of service. Over 50 years of service. Airtight of NewYork.com, spray foam insulation, commercial and residential, new and old construction, attics, additions, you name it. Call 368-2842. We apologize if we lose you here occasionally. Or streaming from a mobile hotspot, so.
Lead now for the Red Raiders, number 3, Luke Smith.
So Luke Smith is Hornell substitute, 6 for 22. Luke Smith to the plate. Smith takes ball 1. That one skips across the ground there, ball 2. Don't forget Hornell Sports Night coming up May 12th at the main place in Hornell. Gonna have Goose Gossage, former Buffalo Bill James Lofton, Jose Canseco. Also have Sam Shamrock there, MMA. Amongst others. So May 12th, tickets go on sale at your Hornell Wegmans. So great lineup. I'll be doing a feature on them this weekend here on Peisch Sports, so, and all the guests. Don't forget May 19th. There's a foul ball. 2-2. May 19th is the children's quarter miler here at the Maple City Park, so children's age 2 to 12 can run around the track or in gifts. Hornell Kiwanis Club, another proud sponsor of that event here right at the Hornell High School. So that's May 19th. The race starts at 11 o'clock. Don't forget you can come at 9 o'clock for St. James Health Fair. Usually in the gymnasium as Luke Smith goes down looking. Spencer Wyand. He's got this little way. Watch how he grabs both ends of the bat and either looks to heaven or something. He has a little ceremonial things he does before he bats. You'll see here in a second. Right here. There he goes. And don't forget, Friday we'll be in Livonia. Hornell travels to Livonia to face the Bulldogs. Be live here on Pike Sports Facebook Live. Coach Matt Young of Livonia looking to take on Coach Dyring of the Red Raiders. So 3-0 to Spencer Wyand. There's a strike. Trevor Milliman pitching for Waco. Spencer, and through the, out of the reach of the second baseman that time. J.J. Smith as Spencer Wyand finds his way to first base. With one out. Zach Thurston. To the plate for Hornell. Looks at strike one. Cold, windy day here at the Maple City Park. Spencer Wyand with the stolen base. Good job, Spencer. 1-1 to Thurston. Oh, Thurston. That ball came in there nice and slow. Good pitch that time by Milliman. Spencer Wyand trying to steal third. Hey, not being held home at second, so Wyand saw his way with a huge leadoff there at second. That time Thurston foul tips it. Outside, 2-2. Wyand gets back in time.
That's it, Trevor. Make you stop. Move back a second.
5-0 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. Again, Bob Pleicher broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. 2-2 to Zach Thurston. Spencer Wyand on second, one out. We're now scoring all 5 runs, bottom of the 4th inning. Three of them coming off the bat. Oh, and there's a shot. And that's over the head. Jamie Carmen, center fielder. Thurston's going to pull up the second, as this time Carmen does hit the cutoff man. It's not going to prevent Spencer Wyan from crossing the plate, but good at bat that time by Thurston. I think you're always taught to take one step in on the crack of the bat there, and that time it looked like Carmen could have had it, because it wasn't looked like it was going to be too far out of his reach if he would have taken off and went backwards on that. But and speaking of Zach Miles, here is at bat again. Like I said, he drove in 3 runs. He's got 7 RBIs on the season for Hornell. Coach's timeout here. Excuse me with the sniffles here. Not a bad little crowd here for a cold Wednesday afternoon. Everyone's bundled up like they should be. Got some fans in the stands as well. So Zach Miles waiting on Milliman to deliver. So 1-1 is that ball's fouled back. Miles advances Thurston to third. So good job by Zach Miles. Taylor Stutzman.
Hey, get the third one hit now. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice pitch. He's got that slow curve that kind of foils the batter's attempt here. Not sure whether to swing early or late. And Stutzman swings through that one. 0-2. 2 outs. Thurston on third. Ball a little high, 1-2.
Hey, come on, Bart. Go get him.
6-0 on the John N. Dakin scoreboard here. Hornell up on top. Foul tip. Throw that pitch again and kind of handcuffed Stutzman. little high there. 2-2. Again, Zach Thurston on third. Stutzman fouls one off his leg. Hope he's all right. Oh, and there's Stutzman. It's going to get through. And he's out, but good hustle by you can see Stutzman limping. Hope he's going to be all right. Way to hustle it out, though. None the same there. So after 5, 6-0. Hornell, if you're watching on Spectrum Cable, channel 1301, we'll be back. Facebook, stay with us live. So number 11, J.J. Smith, leading things off here. Top of the 6th inning, Hornell up 6-0. Connor O'Rourke's playing first, but Andrew Carson still pitching for Hornell. Little low. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1.
Let's go.
So J.J. Smith makes his way with a walk. To the plate now is Connor Englert. Low and in the dirt that time, 1-0. Swings through that one. 1-1. J.J. Smith at first. There's strike 2.
Let's go.
And strike 3. So good job by Carson. Foul tip, 0-2. John Freeberg. Freeberg. There's only one E though, so I get confused. There's a shot. Oh, out of the reach of Miles that time, the third baseman.
Hey, Cal, it's there for you. No, it's there for you.
So runners at first and second, one out. Kevin Ebert at the plate. Two and 0. Good pitch that time by Carson. Three and 1. There's a nice pitch. Full count.
Come on now, Cal. Let's go, bud. Come on, let's go.
And strike 3. So 2 men on, 2 out. Beautiful pitch that time by Carson.
Hey, 2 outs, cracking the bat out there. Get a jump, JJ. Secondary.
Shot into. And he's safe at home. And safe at third. Yes, he is. He was out of the bag, off the bag. So way to keep the tag on him that time, Miles. So 1 run does come home. It's going to take us to the bottom of the 6th. So 6-1 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. Into pitch is Ryan Ebert.
For us.
Yep. 36 for the second.
For Waco.
Great. It's nice of you.
Great.
I know there's blue sky somewhere above those clouds. Just watched the movie Alien 3 yesterday, and I feel like I'm in that atmosphere. Clouds and rain all day long. Nice throw down to second base.
Now for the Red Raiders, Justin D'Amato.
So Justin D'Amato, who's been able to put down a couple sacrifices here for Hornell. First ball low, outside, ball one. Ooh. D'Amato has to duck out of the way there. 2-1. Low and outside. Good eye by D'Amato. Ryan Ebert pitching for Waco. And D'Amato able to take first base.
Hey, don't play that. Hey, 9-1-2. Hey, let us help you there, 9.
Connor O'Rourke at the plate for Hornell.
There you go.
A little bit outside. Two and 0. There's a strike by Ebert.
Okay, come on, buddy.
3-1.
Come on, Ryan.
Foul tip
Go get him now, big guy.
by O'Rourke. Full count. Justin D'Amato on first for Hornell. There's strike three. So good pitching by Ebert that time.
Roll ground ball, it's turn 2 now. Go double play, Jeff. Here we go.
So wild pitch that time. D'Amato advances to second. One and one.
Talk to him next.
Demetrius Kabik at the plate for Hornell. Oh, Kabik chases after that one. 1 and 2. There's strike 3 on Kabik. So 2 outs. Still runner on second is Justin D'Amato for Hornell. Andrew Carson at bat. Nice stop.
Hey, great block, Nick. Way to work, way to work. Great work.
Astarni.
Good job. Hey, hit the glove right, here we go.
That's a good pitch by Ebert, 1 and 1.
Ryan, mix up your looks, right? Don't do the same thing every time. Right behind you, right behind you.
2 and 1. There's a strike, 2 and 2. Good pitch by Ebert. Don't forget, we'll be bringing you Hornell at Livonia Friday afternoon, live on Pike Sports Facebook Live. Full slate of Hornell baseball games coming at you in the next couple weeks. And strike 3. So good pitch by Ebert. That's going to take us to the top of the 7th inning. So 3 outs away Hornell is from moving to 3 and 1 as Luke Smith takes the mound for Hornell. So top of the 7th inning. Hornell 3 outs away from moving to 3 and 1 here. But first, got to get through Austin Mark, who's at the plate for the Eagles.
No, I haven't even looked, so tell me.
So Austin went in. Behind it, Austin, quicker.
There's strike one by Luke Smith.
Ryan went in as the defense only person for Todd.
Strike two. So Smith on target here. Ooh, low and in the dirt that time. One and two. Two and two. Worked his way to a full count here, Austin Marquez. 3 and 2. And he works his way after being ahead in the count. 0 and 2. Luke Smith fires 4 straight balls. The wind. I'm glad I could be bringing you this baseball game today. You can be in the warmth of your home. So 5 straight balls pitched by Luke Smith. Got to stop trying to throw so hard and just throw strikes. So 6 straight. There's a strike. So 2 and 1. Cameron Huber, sorry, at the plate. 3 and 1. There's a pop fly. Unable to track it down is O'Rourke. Him and the right fielder, Andrew Carson. So full count. There's a base hit. So 2 men on here. Top of the 7th inning. Andrew Holbrook. Looks at ball 1. There's a shot into left field. It's going to load the bases. So Luke Smith started out promising here, and let's put the first 3 batters on base to load them up. I've never seen a triple play in high school baseball before. There's a strike to Jamie Carmen. I'm just saying it because I'm cold. There's strike 2. Excuse me for sniffling here. Can't wait till tomorrow and Friday and Saturday when it gets up to the 70s. Finally, in strike 3, it's going to get through.
You have to go.
Yeah. Yeah, what happens there?
Hey, let's go now, JJ, let's go.
How come they don't allow that to runner to come home? Yeah. So 1 out. One and one. What's that? Low and inside. 2 and 1. There's a pop fly. Spencer Wyand. And they're going to score a run. And Austin Mark scores in the pop fly sacrifice. There's a strike. So down to their last batter here. So down to their last strike, the Eagles are. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, Hornell up 6-2. 1 strike away from putting this one in the books. Foul tip. Low. 2 and 2. Ooh, hits him. He's going to load the bases back up.
Find the gap, John. Here we go. No one makes the last out at 3rd.
So bases loaded again here. 2 outs. Bring a run across here on the pass ball. So things getting a little interesting here. 6-3 now. Still down to their last strike. It's low, 1 and 2. So runners at 2nd and 3rd. And there's strike 3. So that's going to do it. As Hornell ends up moving to 3-1 with the 6-3 victory over the Waco Eagles. Don't forget, we'll be bringing you live action from Livonia as Hornell travels to Livonia on Friday night to face the Bulldogs. So thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. I'm Bob Pleasure. Until Friday, stay warm.